All right, so we have a platonic solid that's been subdivided, a skydome light with an HDRI plugged in. Super basic setup. So what we're going to look at is the Substance engine. Substance is kind of run by Adobe. So to get it to work, and so what it is, what Substance is a bunch of preset materials that it has attributes and sliders where you can kind of alter the material on the fly, and it's got normal maps, and it's basically all set up. Prefab materials, I guess is a good way to describe it. There are a bunch of free examples up on their site, which is over here. And then Maya also comes with some Substance examples as well. So yeah. All right, so it's pretty neat. It's a little buggy, but it's pretty neat. So to get it to work, we have to go Settings, Preferences, Preferences. Oh, sorry. Try it again. Windows Plugin Manager. Here we go. Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager. And I'm going to do a search for Substance. And you want to turn anything that has substance in the name on. All right. All right, so the next thing we need to do, let's just see if this is working. Stretch out, that's a little weird. It's fine. Actually, when we're working in Substance, I find that it is better to use the Arnold render view instead of rendering in the viewport. I find it, on my laptop, my ancient laptop here, it crashes less often if I work this way. Let's just turn this into square. All right, so now that I've loaded the plugins, then I go over here, Tab, Substance, switch node texture, and I'll turn on Attribute Editor. And then you got to load a Substance. And a good place to store them is in your Substance folder. So we got our Maya project. We've been looking at source images, and now we have Substance. And I have a few different ones here. We're going to do the carved wood. All right, so now to get this to render, one, I have to start turning on attributes I want to see. So we definitely want base color, normal, roughness, I guess. Height is displacement. Specular, sure. So let's see here. We gotta. It pulls a bunch of maps from a central library. All those positions and attributes are getting controlled by the Substance node. It's a big kind of spaghetti monster, but it's actually not too bad. So then when you've kind of turned on what you want to turn on, then the next step is to create a shading network. So there's an AI standard surface and a standard surface, and for all intents and purposes, they're identical, but the standard surface is more integrated into Maya and shows up a little better in the viewport, in the hypershade. So I just prefer a standard surface. So this is still Arnold. Anyway, so we're going to create a shader network. Call this carved wood surface. Assign it sphere. All right, so let's zoom in on this a little. It's working all right. So right now it's just displacing these individual points. So if you remember from the last time we did displacement, we need to increase the subdivisions at render time to have more detail for the computer to work with. That looks awesome. All right. It's a little aggro, so we could either increase the size of our sphere. Let's do that. This. All right. Bigger. All right, so what else we got? Now that we have the substance node, though, we can still change attributes of this material. For example, there's these different presets, so we could try this other one. There we go. All right, I just applied it again. For whatever reason, it didn't stick. We can have it. The chisels go on a different axis. Oh, I see. Okay. So this ambient occlusion was killing us. All right, I guess it's good to know. Right. There we go. Okay, so a few things to look out for. The ambient occlusion kills it. The texture automatically gets really small. 2K would look even better. Dating. Another thing to be on the lookout for is if we look at this texture here, it doesn't really look anything like that. So I think it looks a little better if we just change it to raw. There we go. All right. Anyway, that's substance. It's a little hairy, but there are some cool presets. And it's a nice way to get at some cool textures. For example, I could open this now and get a completely different thing. Shader network. All right, and there it crashed. So yeah, it's a little buggy, but it's cool.